Who's got the map? Real quick.
He sent a picture over to...
Okay. There we go, that's right. Okay, so this is going to be a little hard to see. Actually, that's good lighting. Hold it right there. So, right down where her finger is, right in there, is where Trop is. And then right over here is the initial site that they were promising us. There were some problems with some construction materials lying around. We've actually talked to them, and we're going to come back in a couple of weeks to negotiate cleanup of that so that they can allow us to use that as well. But then this site up here is the one that they're actually giving us that we just signed for. So we can legitimately start occupying there right now, including moving sanitation and stuff onto there to take care of it. And then hopefully we'll be able to get this worked up within the next couple of weeks, or a little after 2 weeks from now. We're going to negotiations on this piece over here to take that as well. But it seems like they're pretty amicable with us right now.
Okay, very well. Thank you.
So now we're finding out whether or not we're on the agenda for the next county commissioners meeting.
Oh, we didn't realize. Okay, thank you.
And this is how you do it right. You go through the legal authorities. There is a little bit of red tape, but the voice of the people has a tendency to cut red tape faster than anything known to man. They do work for us. We try not to remind them of that if we can help it at all, but you get enough people calling about the same thing, they tend to cooperate.
We discovered that Rand is the one that we forgot to date this.
Oh.
But we dated on the back
Yeah.
side. That Randy's the person that can help us get on the agenda for the November 1st Commissioners meeting, so we can touch base with the Commission, have a little bit more time. Just briefly.
Briefly.
Sure. Yeah.
We probably don't need a meeting room.
Yeah, just
We just need
about a minute.
chat and let him on his way.
Yeah, well, the people that just met this man, they had one more thing. They found out
So
that
part of the reason we're trying to get on the county commission meeting in a couple of weeks is a combination of actually thanking our county commissioners who've done an amazing job of scrambling at the last minute to help us out, and they really have, and we appreciate it. Which ones were helping us on this? I know Chris June-Kiliana, Steve Sislak was on this.
Christian Kiliani,
Who was
Brown.
Larry Brown was helping out on this. I think most of them did. Brazia helped a little bit. Tom Collins helped a little bit. I think all of them in one way or another support the people's ability to peacefully assemble and to have their voices heard. I think we have some pretty good county commissioners.
a lot of people go up and down that way.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's probably a good sign.
Yeah. We're very happy, very happy. I think we're probably one of the first Occupy movements to have legally secured a piece of land before we occupy. Yeah.
And no arrests and no incidences and no warnings.
That happened here. Wasn't that all in New York?
It's all over.
All over. The majority of the cities that have occupied have done so illegally and have attained the wrath of the local police and local officials.
Because you know what that means to me, everybody, they acted better than the Tea Party people. They come and scratch, people, and nobody said anything.
From your mouth.
No.
Oh, no.
No, we agree. We agree. Yeah.
Actually, if it makes you feel any better, when I was up in Carson City earlier this year in the legislative session fighting for funding for the colleges and the students and whatnot, and basically to get the students' voices heard, I was hearing exactly the same thing from the legislative police up there, which they told us when we brought up just under 3,000 students in one day, that our 3,000 students were better behaved than the individuals that had come up a year and a half earlier, where there was only maybe 700 of them that was being reported as 3,000. Yeah. They love us. We went out to coffee with the police up there. They really appreciated having us up there. It was energizing, if anything, and exciting for them to see, such respectful general assembling of people. Me? I'm live streaming.
Oh.
It's okay, though. We have the ability to edit before we rebroadcast. It's awesome. Yeah, I got a production guy. I can call him and tell him, hey, I got 10 seconds worth of clip in here, we need to zap that out. And he'll slice it out, package it back together, and then record it for the archive where anybody can come look at it. Most people aren't watching live right now, like probably nobody, but that's okay. But it gives us a permanent record online.
Hello.
Good morning.
Very big pieces.
Yep.
I think I could use one.
American history.
Yes.
I wanted to be
Yes.
That's what I wanted.
It's a little piece of history right
You
here.
got a 40-year-old, a 30-year-old, and a 20-year-old. 20-something-year-old, 30-something-year-old, 40.
There you go.
Forgot to sing.
And the 50-year-old something is on his way.
Yeah.
We do have one of those too. How you doing, boss? Real easy and short.
Two things. First, we check with the date in there. Did that matter? Okay. And then we wanted to get on the agenda
For the
first
for the next county commission meeting to thank them.
and give an update and so forth. A little bit of time. Please do that.
Yeah, I was there, the public speaking part at the end available to you. I don't know that the manager's office wants to put an item on there.
Okay.
What I told you guys.
Public comment portion will work, yeah.
Okay.
Is any commissioner can post an item themselves,
Okay.
but
That's what you
you're
said.
always welcome to
Okay.
be there
Okay.
at the end of the meeting and have that
Yeah.
open discussion part.
All right.
Public comment
Okay,
should
and I
actually
do
work.
remember that's why we
For
were
us to
there.
post it, I don't know what we post.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's really premature to do an update,
Okay.
to give a report.
They wouldn't really be taking action on anything.
Yeah.
Usually agenda items are action items.
Sometimes we do updates, but
Yeah.
there's really not been to update at this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
They know what's going on.
All right.
So,
Okay.
thank
Thanks a
you.
lot, man. Appreciate it.
So we're probably going to use public comment in the next county commissioner meeting, which is fine. That's exactly what it's there for, to give an update to the county commissioners on how things are going, and where we're ultimately going to, as well as any negotiations or whatever the start of negotiations are for the other strip of land and the cleanup of that, so that we can use that as well.